to like do something with your parents that you don't want to do, or you have to do something with your parents that you like are still learning how to do, and you just need them there because you know it's just easier with your parents there. Yeah, worst experience ever, right? Completely. This is undeniably the worst experience you can ever have is doing stuff with your parents. So I started driving a while back, and you know I got my permit and everything. Well, not a while back. This is time. This isn't even time sensitive. Let's just let's just say when I was high school, I started driving with my mom. Now I oh my god, I can't even get this out. Mothers. Oh my god, mothers make things 10 times harder than what it needs to be. And they when you're doing something around them, they make you nervous as hell. Like you can't think straight. You're trying to overcompensate because shit, this is my mom. it's it's undeniably 1,000 times worse when they're in a car with you. So let me just get to the story. So my mom and I were starting to drive, and this is around Christmas time in Chicago. So you know how those roads were. It was bad, but this time the roads weren't as bad. So this was a good way for me and her to, you know, get down and cracking, go drive a little bit. You know, some bonding time, a bonding experience. So mom and I, we get in the car, we're driving down, you know, 67th Street, you know, chilling, relaxing and relaxing. Everything's going smooth, like everything's fine. She keeps, you know, trying to distract me with conversation. Like I think she's trying to gauge my like reaction time to like when random things pop up. That's you know my believable side. My other side is my mom's just fucking with me. Cause my mom and I have a sense. We both have a sense of humor. We find things that could be deemed bad by society as a whole as hilarious. So she's like, in her head, this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to fuck with this boy. I'm going to make him hell and then bitch about how he got distracted. Yeah, she would do that. My mother will. If my mother was evil, she will mess me up and then go on to like proclaim how I messed up and why I should listen to her. It's just weird. She's just weird like that. So we get further down the road and I'm driving. You know, I'm driving well. I'm cool. She's brake. Mother, my foot is on the brake. She's like, no, your foot is on the accelerator. How? I was going 35. I'm doing 10 right now. How is my foot on the accelerator? You got a heavy foot. How do I have a heavy foot, mother? Now, my mother is African. Like, I am Liberian, Ghanaian, and Dominican. My mother is Liberian. I am the only son to my mother. So if anyone knows anything about African mothers and their only sons, you know I'm in some shit. You know, it was very bad being the son of an African woman and being her only son. It's just like, and being the baby. It's just like everything was working against me at the time because I'm the youngest of her two kids. I'm her only son. It's just so bad. So we get to my aunt's house because we're going to visit her for her little holiday party and everything. So we pull up and, you know, it's a grandiose time or whatever. You know, seeing family, be like, hey, how's it going? What y'all doing? What you guys been up to? You know, just catching up. And they're not ready. They're like, oh, the party starts at 6. This is another thing about African people. Never on time. Never. Even when they're planning something, they're never on time. So, you know, I'm still learning how to drive. So I'm like, okay, pull up, park fine. So we get there. They're not ready. So they're like, oh, we need so-and-so to go get this. And like, they're missing fruit. And then my mom's like, oh, I'll go pick up the fruit. And I was like, okay, I'll drive. My mom's like, no, I need to get there fast. I'll drive. So we get to the supermarket. We rob the BAM. She pulls into the Jewels on Stony. We go inside, pick up the fruit, the veggies, and we bounce. So I'm like, Mom, I can show you I know how to pull out right. Let me do it. So she lets me. So this is my second time driving to that location. The first time I get there, if you know anything about Chicago, South Side wise, you know about 79th and Stony. That damn street. Oh my God. The amount of accidents that happen on that street is just ridiculous. So we're pulling up to her place, and when you're going down South Chicago, there's like a sharp turn. Like when you're trying to get there, you have to hit it like bow, or you won't be able to turn properly. Like it's a sharp, quick cut. So I get there, and my mom's telling me, slow down, slow down. I'm like, I'm slowing down. So I'm turning. She's like, slow down. And she just fucks up what I'm doing so bad that my foot hits the accelerator while I'm turning. So you can kind of figure out what happens. No, we don't crash. Like, we didn't crash. We didn't hit anything. No. It's just I hit that turn a little too hard than necessary, and she just went ballistic. She, what are you doing? I told you to slow down. Your foot wasn't on the brake. I'm like, well, if you weren't yelling at me, I'd be good. But, that didn't go over so well with her. So we move forward, and I pull up, I park, give her the keys, and then she adjusts my park like I did it wrong. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm good. Like, we're fine. She doesn't think that we're fine. So she readjusts the car. I don't say anything. I'm like, fine. Readjust it. She hardly moved the car. All she did, honestly, was turn the wheel, and that's it. We're not on a slope or nothing. It's a straight street. So we get inside, and she's telling everybody about how I hit that turn. She's like, he turned too fast. He almost hit the curb. He almost killed me. I can't believe my only son trying to kill me. I'm like, oh, sweet baby Jesus. Why, woman, why? Like, the lies you tell in this situation. I'm like, mother, what are you doing? Why would you do this? Like, it's not called for. But I leave it alone because she had just bought me some Bulgari cologne from when she went on her tour of Europe. And it's weird because this is what I don't understand about my mom. This is a little side note. When I was living with her, the moment high school came around and sophomore, junior year came around, we stopped going on a lot of trips because she would say I'm always busy with like school, work, classes, things of that nature, like extracurriculars and sports. So I'm like, the lies you tell. But that's another story for another day. I drive her home. I park the car. Good driving, son. I'm proud of you. And I'm like, really? Okay. Thanks, Mom. So, yeah, I'm never driving with my mother again in her car. Cause I already know whatever I do, she's gonna have an issue with it. So I just leave it alone. So yeah, that's my driving with my mother story. Hope everyone's having a good day. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video to your friends, to your family. In the comment section below, if you want to share a story when you were driving with your parents or doing anything with your parents where they made you feel nervous as hell, comment it. I'd love to read it. Hope y'all having a good day. Hey yo, just gotta tell